Hey guys, this is Cool Dude 108. Welcome back to another video, and in today's video, we are back with another Star Wars What If, and today's What If is going to be, what if Anakin stayed on Umbara? Now in Star Wars The Clone Wars, we see Anakin have to leave the Battle of Umbara to go back to Coruscant, and from here, General Pong Krell would take over as the leader of the 501st. But let's say in this story, then that Anakin doesn't get called back to Coruscant, and he would actually be able to stay on Umbara. From here, when the 501st and 212 attack each other, and the clones go to arrest Pong Krell, Anakin would join them. The clones attack Pong Krell, and instead of letting him be killed like they did in the original timeline, they would let him live, as Anakin felt that killing him would be a mistake. They could use him to get information about what the Separatists are up to. So he's taken to a Republic prison and interrogated for information about the Separatists. Krell doesn't want to give anything up at first, but after Anakin threatens him, he tells them about invasions. From here, the Jedi would be able to win more battles in the Clone Wars. Palpatine would grow furious at this. He didn't understand how this was happening. He did some digging and learned that Pong Krell was alive and handing over information forcefully and turning the tide in the Republic's favor. He needed this to stop. He would call Dooku and order him to kill Pong Krell. Dooku would go to the Republic prison and try to kill Pong Krell. However, he would have to deal with Anakin and Obi-Wan taking him on, and the fight would be tough. Eventually, Dooku would kill Obi-Wan, and Anakin would grow angry. He would tap into his raw power and anger and overwhelm Dooku. Dooku was struggling. He had never faced off against Anakin at this level of anger before, and it was tough. Eventually, Anakin was able to break through Dooku's defenses, and he would then kill the Count Sith Lord out of anger for killing Obi-Wan. Anakin would report this to the Jedi Council. The Council are proud of Anakin and explain that he has scored a victory for the Republic. Palpatine needs Anakin dead for what he has done. He would call Grievous and order him to kill Anakin. And Grievous would track down Anakin, and he and him would engage in a ferocious duel. Grievous was a more tricky opponent, as he had multiple arms to use multiple lightsabers against Obi-Wan. But Anakin would be able to break through Grievous' defenses, and he would then kill the droid general. Palpatine had grown angry that Anakin had destroyed both Grievous and Dooku, as his plans were now starting to fall apart, and he had to get involved in battles himself. Palpatine would track down Darth Maul and order him to kill Anakin. However, this time, Palpatine would come with Sidious Maul, and the two would face Anakin in a ferocious duel. Sidious would ignite his lightsabers, and Anakin faces off against Maul and Sidious. The fight would be long and ferocious. Anakin was struggling to face two Sith Lords at once, so he was growing weak. Eventually, Palpatine would break through Anakin's defenses, and he would pin him down to the ground. Palpatine would want to kill Anakin, however the entire Jedi Council would march in, and they would force push Sidious and Maul out of the way. From here, Maul would charge at the Jedi. However, he stood no chance against the entire Jedi Council, and they killed him instantly. Palpatine would ignite his second lightsaber, and he would charge at the Jedi. He would be able to kill some of the weaker Jedi, like Agen Kolar and Saisi Tin. Some other Jedi that are much weaker would fall quickly, and Palpatine took on some of the more stronger Jedi. He was struggling to face off against loads of the powerful, more stronger Jedi Masters, so the fight was incredibly tough for him to keep up. He had no opportunity to use Force Lightning or any of his other Force abilities. The Jedi would break through Palpatine's defenses, and he would die to their blades. From here, they would present the security recording to the Senate, and they believe him when they say Palpatine was a Sith Lord. Mon Mothma would be elected as the new Chancellor of the Republic, and the Clone Wars would soon be over. Anakin would be granted the rank of Master for his hard work in destroying Grievous and Dooku. From here, the Jedi Order would then change their ways and allow attachments, and the galaxy would be at peace forever. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in a new video. Bye.